You know what? Sometimes, well, the broken reality that we convinced ourselves is broken is somehow more simple than simply living in a delusion, is what it is. And it's a hard pill to swallow, but again, would you rather choke or would you rather let it down after some time? And it's like, even with some people, it's like, you can want it to be them. You can want it to work so, so, so bad. But again, sometimes it's like the reality of things is hard, but is the delusion of you thinking like that after being used to and putting up with bullshit for so long that something new was going to come through and things were going to change. Is that better? The sitting on the what if, the but, the what can come. But again, when somebody is constantly showing up empty handed, are you gonna keep sitting there and expecting something to be in their hand one day? Or are you gonna simply accept the fact that this is what is gonna be, this is what the reality is, and this is what it's gonna continue to be? It's hard to get out of it because, again, I know, again, as people, sometimes we're just, it's like the dysfunction is bad, but sometimes we want things to work so bad. We want to see the good in people that exist in us so bad that we're willing to put up with things that are not okay and that, well, we shouldn't be putting up with. Just again, because we're convincing ourselves that, well, if I got better and I made things worse, so can they. But you need to understand that's not the case for everybody. It's not the case. And the broken reality, again, that we convinced ourselves was broken, it's it's tough to get back there and actually sit there and realize, well, this is what real life is. But again, do you want to sit there on, just thinking like what could come out of it? Like with a crush, like, are you gonna sit there like and just convince yourself like, oh, like they looked at me, like, did you see he said hi to me before you? Like, do you want to just sit there and be delusional, or do you want to just simply accept the fucking fact that, like, this is not happening? What you're saying, what you're thinking is gonna come out of this is not fucking happening. And again, I feel like, yeah, it's bitter to like accept the fact that, like, well, this is not what things actually are, and I'm really just like over here gassing my head up. But it's like you should much more prefer that over, again, falling for something that doesn't exist, falling and believing in a dream that's never gonna come true. And yeah, I'll admit, it gets the blood pumping and it gives you something to look forward to, but I hope you know that in the end, I would hope that you're ready to get let down, because the dream is just, it's a fantasy is what it is. It doesn't exist. It's very much so just a dream. So don't get your hopes up thinking anything is going to come from it, because again, little eye contact, they said hi to you first, and then tomorrow they said hi to them first. Conversation's not going very far. You're sitting there talking to a brick wall, and sometimes, yeah, it does say something. Do you think this is do you think this is like something? Do you think there's something there? The thing about people is, when you pay attention, well, they let their intentions be clear and you actually see what it's hitting for. And if you, again, choose to be delusional, just know that, like, the delusion leads up to a more fucked up reality than the fact of the actual reality right now of this is nothing. But when you get hooked on the dream, it's like a freaking drug. You're hooked on it. You're riding the high. Like, I love this shit. But when it's time to crash, it's very difficult. And you're gonna want more, and you're gonna sit there and you're gonna think about it more. Like, oh, but like, wasn't this this? But wasn't this this? But it wasn't. It wasn't. So yeah, it is better to let yourself down from that tree before you get any further up, because if you just fall after taking a few little freaking pulls up, yeah, it's gonna hurt, but it's not gonna hurt as bad as climbing all the way up to the top and falling right fucking down on your fucking ass. Okay? that's really my message for today. I'm not gonna say too much. I'm getting sick right now, so you could probably hear it in my voice and my energy is a little bit low, but just wanted to speak my mind today. And yeah, I love you guys and have a good night.